sorry about that, lost a couple of seconds of video then. I hit my little timing limit. So as you can see from that little adventure, I got myself 10 little blocks of iron ore, which is enough for 1 cauldron, 1 bucket, 1 pick, plus 1. I was really hoping to have plus 2 so I could have a sword. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to work my way across here, get those other couple of pieces of iron, and then I'll take stock about where I am then, and we'll see how things go. This is not how I would normally like to mine iron, from on top of it, because it's potentially going to make things fly off the edge and be difficult to get. But as I see the alternate, it's difficult and complicated, so difficult and complicated is bad in this game. Simple and as practical as possible is good. So what I'm just going to do now is just take these from the back, and hopefully the other blocks that are around will stop them from falling over the edge. Now oops, spazzing out there a little bit. Now I should be able to, what am I doing? Should be able to whack some cobble around this, and that should help prevent it from flying off and landing in the depths below. I think that was more good luck than good planning, but okay, that was not what I expected to see. I think this is a one-way bridge, horsey, so one of us is going to have to go. Move. Okay, you're not cool, not cool, not cool. Not real bright either by the looks of things. Okay. Now, how did I find my way down? Oh, there we go, one little block by itself. So hopefully I'll have enough time left in this video to be able to get back and to be able to turn that iron into something truly useful without getting myself killed. I'm hearing ducks again. I don't like hearing ducks, and that was another spawn sound. How did I get here? Okay, not sure about what that edge is doing there. I don't like having the chance to fall off, so as much as possible I'm gonna try and block some of these things up. I'm sure I'll be coming back here, and I will thank myself later for putting that there when I don't fall down. Okay, that was hungry work. Now with my 18 blocks of iron, oh, another duck egg, I should really be in a good position to get this whole adventuring thing started. So that's, that's not too bad. I'm into my 3rd episode, 4th episode. I'm into a couple of episodes, and I found a huge chunk of iron, so I'm just about in the position now where I can start, really getting out and doing some good stuff. What I'm going to do now is whack all that iron in here. Ah, great. Coal shortage. Okay, luckily I happen to know that there is some coal right above me, and there is also some coal in the floor, so not going to get too desperate, I don't think. But I am going to have to fill this back in. And it's going to look really ugly from the front if I use normal stone instead of smooth stone. So I'm going to, cobblestone instead of smooth stone, so once I get around to it I'm going to fill that in with some nice smooth stone. For now though, I really need to make sure I cook up all of this iron. There we go. And then I can start setting myself up for some adventuring. Bucket. Now I don't like the whole way water kind of drags you underneath if you don't do it right, so what I'm going to do is, if you can sort of swim down, you can take a bucket from underneath, and then it doesn't bother you too much because it sort of pulls you to the surface rather than pulling you under. Now I just need to work somewhere I can put this. There's no real way to make this look nice, so what I tend to try and do is just kind of put it in an out of the way place, and once I've dug it into a bit of an out of the way place, I'm going to need to axe that. I can sort of chuck my water in the corner back there, and then it shouldn't bother anyone too much. So I just need one more bucket of water. That didn't work quite how I expected. What should happen? That's better. The water should fill itself back in. For some reason it didn't do that properly over here, so I'll put my bucket back in, and it still made no difference. Okay, we're gonna have to try this again. See if I can work out a way to... No, not playing the game with me. Never mind. Now I've got my second bucket of water. Now I've got my infinite water source. I don't actually need any water at the moment, so having an infinite water source doesn't really help all that much. What I do have though is lots of iron. So what was I going to make? I'm not going to make anything without some wood. So let's make some wood. That should be way more wood than I need. Make some sticks. Okay, so here we now have an iron pick. Now I can find myself all the good stuff. Got an iron sword. Now I can fight off all those people who for whatever reason decide they don't like me. I've got my 2 buckets that I'm going to need. And I've got 2 blocks of iron left. There we go. Now, how do I make this? Okay. I'm going to need some smooth stone and I'm going to need some iron to make the next thing. So, hopefully I've got enough iron. Don't have any smooth stone though, so we'll throw some cobble in there. Hopefully we'll get enough pieces of smooth stone out that I can patch up my spazzy looking roof, and then I can make this cauldron. I'm going to need some glass as well, so that's going to need sand. Beautiful, it's coming along nicely. Like another piece of coal, and I'm not sure how much I'm going to need. Just looking like 1, 2, 3, 4, so probably about 8 pieces. Maybe 9 pieces. I'll see how I go. Start with 5 though, so we can fill in the outside. So at least then nothing evil is going to try and spawn in and kill me. Okay, so I need to whack a torch up in there. Yeah, better put a torch up in there. I don't think anything can spawn in there. No, it's only going to be 1 high, so nothing can spawn. It's not worth wasting a torch. Okay. There we go. 1, 2. Beautiful. Looks like I'm putting a bit of effort into this place now, so I think I'm going to be staying here for a little while. What I'm going to do is I'm going to dig this way, and I'm going to make myself a little way up. It's going to be like a spirally sort of staircase. What I'm going to do is I'll whack stairs in there later so that I can, really easily run up. What I need to do is I need to make sure that I go high enough that I don't end up with that light there being a hole in the roof. Okay, that's plenty. Gonna make 8 pieces of glass now. I don't really have a use for those pieces of smooth stone. I don't want to come off as too OCD, but it definitely looks better when everything's all kind of nice and lined up, so yeah, it's quite nice. I'll keep it like that. I'll put that away because I have no real need for it. Same with the gravel. Gravel's not going to really help me at the moment. Okay, so that's probably pretty close to my time limit, so what I'll do is it's about the middle of the night. What I'll do is I'll call it there while the rest of this sand cooks, and I'll be back when it's finished.